Are you tired of overpriced and overweight plumbers spending hours on a job and costing you hundreds of dollars, only to find out it's going to cost double? Give Calhoun Plumbing a call. Since 1992, the team at Calhoun Plumbing has been loyally serving the homes and businesses of Greater Columbus, Ohio. Have a plumbing emergency? Calhoun Plumbing will come to your rescue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A messy plumbing problem won't wait or fix itself. What are you waiting for? Someone is standing by to take your call now. Call 614-444-1995 for your trusted everything you need all-in-one plumber. Calhoun Plumbing. Military and seniors save 10% off on service calls and no premium rates for Saturday appointments. For more information, go to calhounplumbing.com or call 614-444-1995. That number again is 614-444-1995.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Kings and world leaders, I'm gonna sing it.
Cause I get things cooking, you stare, you...
How long you drama?
Don't you dare change that station. You're listening to Columbus's newest radio program.
Sweet mother of God, what is the holdup?
This is the Sunday Morning Meltdown with your hosts, Anthony Antman Shafer, Josh, and the intern Siobhan. Exclusively on
really have to get that changed.
musicproductions.com.
Oh, I know.
Oh, we really have to get that changed. It just irritates me every time I hear it.
That's why I haven't changed it yet.
God, you suck. You suck.
Good morning, Music Familia. What's going on? It's Sunday, waking up with Antman and Siobhan on Sunday Meltdown. I want to give a shout out to Wanda. What's going on? Charlie, my man Dave. More importantly, I want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. We got to take care of them because they pay our bills. What's going on? Columbus Events Group, LLC. Much love to you guys. Make sure you guys check out all of the stuff that's going on Columbus and on CEG on Facebook.com/Columbus Events Group, LLC. You can check them out on ColumbusEventsGroupLLC.com as well. My man David Sheets, Photo Nation AP, professional photography, digital media service. Holding it down for us, man, taking care of us. As always, he does such good stuff for us, man. 614-732-9525. You can call or text, or you can write an email, photonationap@outlook.com. Also want to give a shout-out to Lynette's Country Barbecue, Lynette's Children's Charity. What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's going on? I apologize to all the people on Facebook as I was walking back into the studio this morning.
You had a realization.
I had a realization. I don't really know how it works with birth control pills because I haven't ever really been on them before. I was on the depot, and that's pretty much a surefire way for me to not get pregnant. So me and my husband might have another baby because I missed a birth control pill.
Oh, shit.
So it's I'm sure it's rather unlikely because I've been taking the other ones after the day that I missed.
Yeah, but it was unlikely you were going to have Mazikine, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, in a sense, because
you weren't really, you guys had given up planning and then just kind of.
I mean, well, because so as some people know, and I'm not, especially now with how widespread it is and how common it's become, when I first found out, I was like, I don't want to tell anybody. But now I don't care. So I have HPV, and I've had cervical cancer twice and had 2 procedures to remove the cervical cancer.
It's a lot more common than everybody realizes, right?
Yeah, knock on wood, haven't had it since. So it is actually really common. It's like 1 in every... I want to say it's like 8 people or something like that.
Men are not. What's the word I'm looking for?
So
men are allowed to get it right.
Men or women doesn't matter. There's like
It's the one that doesn't discriminate.
2,500 strains of it or something ridiculous like that. Like, I don't even know. There's thousands of strains.
Siobhan, how do you, before we get into it, I just want to ask you, like, how do you, just for people out there, how do you go and get tested for it?
It's an easy test. So typically, so I found out I had it in my annual pap smear. My pap smear came back with high-grade cancer cells.
Gotcha.
And so that's how I found out I had it, because I tested positive for the cancer cells. Now, it can sit in someone's system. Like, men specifically are hard to test for it, because unless you have the symptoms, it doesn't really show up.
We're the carriers, right?
And you guys are carriers, and that's why it doesn't show up.
Gotcha.
Yes. Men are typically carriers. Now, some men will see effects from it, like genital warts is the most common in men. But in women, it presents as so many different things. So it can be cervical cancer. It can actually turn into ovarian cancer in women if left untreated and unseen. It can be genital warts in women. It can be as simple as a vaginal infection. Like, it can, in women, it has a much wider range of the way that it presents itself depending on the strain. But it's a simple test for the most part. Your typical STD screening should screen for it nowadays, I believe. But if not, you can always tell them, I'd like to be tested for HPV as well if it's not included. And they'll gladly do it. I would asterisk. I don't know how Planned Parenthood works for that.
I think it's been some time since
I haven't gone to Planned Parenthood since I was like 16, so that may not be true at Planned Parenthood. Just know that, and depending on your insurance. But for the most part, I've never had any issue myself of going to a doctor and saying, I think I might need to be tested for this because of said circumstances. So.
I haven't been to the doctor. Like, I mean, I go for checkups and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, but you're married now, so
yeah,
you don't have, and myself, other than the fact that I have been diagnosed with HPV, and so thus I am required by my doctors, basically, if I didn't go to an annual appointment, my doctor would probably call me and be like, so, what you doing?
Well, truthfully, like, I think it's important to get checked, even if you're married. Even it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
There's so many things that are attached to toilet seats these days
that's actually a myth.
It is.
You're least likely to get a disease from a toilet seat. You're more likely to get it from shaking hands with someone.
Siobhan, you gotta go. Like, it was simply.
I'm just saying. Use the correct metaphor.
God. This is what I put up with, people. I'm looking for new interns, by the way. No, seriously though. Like, the reality of it is that I think everybody should go and get checked. And in all seriousness, everybody should go get checked, because honestly, there's so many things out there and so many aspects of of health that we just don't know about. I think it's important.
Absolutely.
But so we got a crazy morning going on this morning. What's going on, Ashley? How's it going? Mr. Josh hanging out. Josh Menace hanging out with us this morning.
Yeah, but anyways, to round out that, I'm sorry, honey, if we have another kid.
Yeah.
It's kind of sort of not my fault. Ish.
This day in news. Yeah, a lonely Ohio man shoots himself after finding out. Like, yeah, I could just see that. Oh my gosh, man. Anyway, so we got a crazy morning for you guys. We got douchebag criminals at the end of the show, and we got horoscopes. We got a bunch of fun stuff for you all throughout the day. But we also have the best unsigned music from around the world and in our own backyard. And I said own right there. That really happened.
You did.
Wow.
Are you awake yet?
No, I am not awake. I'm trying to get awake here, and it's becoming harder and harder to. As I get older in my daddy ways, it becomes harder and harder to wake up in the morning. I don't know.
That's funny, because I'm like awake at 5 o'clock every morning, no matter what, and I can't go back to sleep. It's totally ridiculous.
I'm awake. My thing is I don't want to get up. Like, The dog has this new thing of waking us up hella early in the morning.
Aw.
And it's
He's taking the place of the baby.
yeah. So, because I feel like such an absolute hero, we're going to get some on right now. Absolute hero this morning. We're going to wake up with you guys. And I'm really excited to be talking about Absolute Hero. This band is straight out of our own backyard here in Columbus, Ohio. If you have not had a chance to check out Absolute Hero, you need to. It's a great, awesome 5-piece band. If you have not had a chance to check out their page, do that. But we're going to be getting into some new songs from them this morning. And I was looking at one of the new songs that they have. It's called 6 Years Old. And Sarah Nicole is the lead vocals for this band. And when I heard this song, Siobhan, I really wanted, I instantly fell in love with it. And I'm hoping you do too. So we're going to check this out right here. 6 Years Old from Absolute Hero. Let me know what you think.
Rest in pieces to my soul. I let it go when I was just 6 years old. I fell asleep with all the trust in my heart. I woke to a monster standing in the dark. Mama made me say my prayers. You were drunk and passed out in your chair. To be a hero was not who you would be. You became my nightmare, a mental scar to me. I broke when I was just 18. The doctors could not reverse what you'd done to me. You live your life and I'll live mine. But I'm tired of pretending I'm fine. I'm
We are waking up Sunday Meltdown.
And by the way, that's the fact that the people on Facebook can hear us during the breaks is part of why I say we should no longer do Facebook throughout the entire show.
You know, I totally agree, but my thing
and another thing is, if they're really truly supporters of us, then they'll just come over to our website anyway. You're just making it easy for them.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like I'm making it a lot easier.
Force them to leave Facebook.
Right. That's kind
Force them to leave Facebook. Facebook is eating your soul.
You should come hang out with us, man.
It's making the world a bunch of sheep.
It is. It is. I mean,
like, okay. Here's my truth and honesty.
Oh, boy.
Everybody always asks me, "Oh, well, I added you on Facebook." Let me be clear. All right, is the camera on me?
Yeah.
Because we have a delay. So,
yeah.
Okay, let me be very, very clear. I hate Facebook. Hate Facebook. This is why I'm never on Facebook. I continually contemplate deleting my account. However, I have family in other states that's really the only way we reach each other. So that is why I have Facebook, to be completely honest. I hate Facebook. I think Facebook has destroyed the world.
My man Charlie Evans,
socially.
He goes, "We can hear you talking," and I was like, you know, I totally understand, and my thing is the reason why everybody can hear us is because of the Facebook, being on Facebook Live. And so it's kind of allowing Facebook viewers to see, because when we were on Facebook, everybody come over that way. It was easier for people. So,
but I don't understand that. I guess it's just because people are already on Facebook, so that's why it's easier.
They're trained.
But
Facebook has them trained.
The world exists only in Facebook. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Hi, I live in reality. My reality is not Facebook. Siobhan's asshole moment.
Right. Brought to you by Siobhan's asshole moments.
Powered by PhotoNation AP. Because Dave's my fellow asshole. But no, really, like maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I should have been born 50 years ago. But I'm of the belief that real connections happen face-to-face or actually talking to someone.
Right.
And I feel like Facebook has destroyed that. When you look at what's now considered, and mind you, I was born in 88. I am technically a millennial by the true definition. What it has evolved into, however, I am not. And I think that's part of why these younger, what we consider millennials, are the way that they are, because of Facebook and social media and this constant in your hand. Like, they don't know what it means to have true, actual interactions with someone that are real and meaningful. It's all through electronic devices.
Get him, Siobhan.
And I don't know. Like, that's not me, and that's never been me. I was the last one of my friends to have a MySpace account. I was the last one to have a Facebook, a Twitter, all of that. Like, I just got Twitter, 2 years ago. I don't know. Whenever we started doing this, I got a Twitter, and I've used it twice. I don't know. I would much rather have a genuine connection with someone than an electronic one where they're probably sitting there, for all I know, wiping their ass on the toilet while they're talking to me. I mean,
Makes sense. I can get it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one, but
I think it's important to step away from social media every now and then, kind of put it down. I'm kind of curious what our viewers and what our fans have to say. So you guys,
I am too.
You guys can weigh in. Let us know what's your daily average. Like, how much do you participate on social media?
I guess ultimately the question to ask is, do you believe that if everyone stopped relying on it so much, would the world go back to relying on people instead of technology?
What would happen if Facebook just said, "We're bankrupt, we're done"?
What would happen if Facebook just stopped tomorrow?
Would people check in? Do you think people would check in to
see if it was
insane asylums? Literally, they would break down. They'd have to check into mental asylums.
I think that for some people it would be a breakdown. That would end their world. Because you see the the documentaries where kids are, put into a situation where their phones are taken away and they're cut off from technology and they're put out in the wilderness for like a 3-day camping excursion for the weekend. And even by the end of it, they're like, wow, I just didn't realize how much of my life is taken up by it.
So there is actually I'm going to look it up on our next break, but there is a date. You know how there's dates for everything these days, but there's actually a no social media week every year where you just put your shit down for a week straight. And you put it down and you don't pick it up. You don't use it for social media. You use the phone like as if it was a landline. And there's no internet to it, whatever. And I think that's pretty awesome. That's pretty creative. I don't know. I'm curious to see what everybody has to say about it, man. Autumn, good morning. What's going on, Charlie? JC, what's going on, man? Hope you guys are having a good morning this morning. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
I just want to say, when you put in no social media as the Google search query, like there are so many articles that come up about like how quitting social media can, help your life, affects your mental health, makes you happier.
Siobhan, I was told by somebody who tried to quit social media that it's like trying to quit smoking. Somebody that I know actually used that analogy.
I believe it.
And I don't really know how I don't really know how it can be compared to that, because I feel like smoking is putting drugs in your body.
No, but see, it's a different kind of drug. It's a mental drug. Like the way in which it compares is that social media is people feel like they need it to get through the day and to connect to people. That's the point I'm making. They rely on that to be the way that they connect to other people in the world, instead of having that genuine connection of going up to someone and meeting them face to face and saying, hi, my name's Siobhan. How are you today?
Yeah.
Because you can just type sup and be done.
True.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Or TTYL. Like, and we've, by creating this monster, metaphorical monster.
You think we're making people dumber. You think we're making people dumber.
I wasn't going to say it, but I think I think that the way that technology has progressed has allowed our society to be stupid. Yep. It has given people the opportunity to be stupid. Who uses a calculator anymore? Who actually does math anymore? You just pull up your phone on your calculator. Who looks something up in a book anymore? Oh, hey, Siri, what's the answer to blah, blah, blah?
Don't make my phone go off.
Or made my phone go off, yeah. Or, hey, Google, tell me about,
right.
Nobody has to actually search for knowledge anymore. It's just right there.
So I was reading an article the other day about a school here in Ohio that is actually going to put a stop to the students using cell phones in the school during school hours.
It was here in Ohio? I thought it was in...
So, yeah. So
wow.
they are actually going to implement a blackout on the school during school hours. And that will target outside interference and outside...
It makes sense.
...interruption.
I don't think cell phones should be allowed in school.
I mean, I feel like, I feel like there should be emergency protocols. I feel like there should be things,
in your locker or something.
I don't feel like the teachers should have cell phones either, though. That's what I mean. Like, I don't feel like the teachers should have cell phones. I don't feel like the students should have cell phones. I feel like we've gotten away from the original idea of what we're supposed to be when we're talking about things. Like, what happened to... Okay, and first of all, don't get me started on the sex ed stuff. So don't get me started on that. The day that the sex ed paperwork comes home and my kid is still in 4th grade or some shit like that, I'm going to school. I'm sorry. I'm calling the wife. Be like, hey, I'll meet you at school. You better get there before me.
See, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I don't, because kids are...
It's important, but there's a right way and a wrong way to teach
Oh,
it.
Yeah, no, so I agree with teaching them younger what's important and what they should know about sex ed, the truths of sex ed. I think it should be very much so, that and not of personal opinion, like sex happens between a man and a woman
we're
kind of
past
thing.
the whole,
you know,
we're past the whole. And this goes on. You grab your fruit.
right? Grab your banana and
everybody
put the condom on.
We're
like,
a little past
we're
that.
way past that
Yeah.
because let's be honest, there are 10-year-olds having sex nowadays.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we need to be honest and truthful about what's really happening with kids in today's generation and the fact that they are well past the maturity level that they should be as far as knowledge of the world because of the way that the world has changed.
Yep.
And again, because it's all right here at their fingertips. Like that's what we need to be aware of when we're teaching those type of subjects to children.
Right.
We need to be aware of how the world has changed and prepare them for what the world is now. You know, girls get shamed all the time for the things that they wear nowadays, and they get called, you know, a slut and things like that because their clothes are a little too tight or their shirt's a little too short, you know, whatever. And girls need to be prepared for that because that can be absolutely, totally and completely detrimental to a young girl growing up.
Yeah.
You know, and those are the things that we should be talking about, not put the condom on the banana. You know.
Well, you know, the thing is not only have social media, but video games, like everything.
Yeah.
There's no avoiding it. No.
It's everywhere.
Every opportunity, everything, every facet, everything that we touch these days
is sexualized and ridden with violence, and we wonder why things happen the way that they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I played Super Mario when I was a kid. I've never shot anybody. Just saying.
I will.
Like-
So the first shooter game that I ever played, that I remember playing, was Contra on regular Nintendo. That was my first actual shooting.
But the realism
shooter
isn't
experience.
there in it.
No.
And I think that's part of it too. Like how realistic things
We're
are
not robbing
now.
cars and pimping hoes.
Right. It's not GTA. Like, you know, I played Street
Right.
Fighter, but I never went out and fought people in the streets. Like I knew it was a video game.
Yes.
You know, I played Mortal Kombat, but I never thought I should go out and beat somebody up with fans. Like,
Hey,
you know.
And I watched Lion-O and Thundercats and all
Right.
that, dude. And I never went out and beat nobody down for their wallet.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. So Rick Anvil, he says, but the thing about social media and personal interactions, you would never know a lot of the people we know now, and ultimately we have personal interactions with. There is definitely time wasted online, but as you get to know more people, more conversations happen, and the cell phone is a great way to communicate with multiple people in your own time and wait for replies.
I agree.
So where it's created a lot of screen watchers, the world has become faster and faster, and the cell and internet fuels that. There's no turning back. Charlie Evans says, how many kids do you see riding bikes these days?
It's true.
And-
So that, I think that's my point. Rick makes a good point, and that helps to solidify what I'm kind of getting at, is that I don't think social media as a whole is bad. I think that if it were used for what it was intended for originally, which is social networking, it's absolutely a worthwhile tool.
Hey, I pooped
But
today.
that's what it is.
I'm
It's-
networking. 'Cause
Right.
I pooped today.
Like, it's a tool, not a lifestyle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And people have turned it into a lifestyle instead of a tool. But I agree with Rick. If it's used properly for networking, there are plenty of people within the music community that I would have never met if not for social media. And I'm thankful for that. Don't get me wrong.
Dave Sheets says, he says, Phonation AP says, Facebook headquarters is about to be in New Albany.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, man. You know, my thing is, dude, in reality, look, I can't complain or say anything because I'm in the media business. So I can't say shit.
No, but you can.
But I have drastically cut down how much I post and what I post and where I post, and I think that, you know, the reason why I've cut a lot of that back, Siobhan, is because if you don't get support, if you're not getting feedback, then why continue doing what you do?
Right.
You know what I mean? And my wife brought up a good point. And I don't know about you, Siobhan, but or anybody, any of our viewers out there, but I have pillow talk with the wife, and it's like our end of day conversations when you're laying in bed and you're talking about the day. And I don't know, most couples, I guess, do at different times, but, you know, at the end of the day, you discuss, you know, the rest of your day. And she said, if you took one person from every event, every promotion, everything that you've ever done, promoted, or been a part of yourself, if one person from everything that you've ever done shared it as much as you do, you might not be where you are today. And now, you know what? That kind of hurt. As a man, that's like a like in the man groin, you know? But the reality of it is she's right. Social media is a fickle beast, and sometimes, you know, I agree with Nally Art. He goes, some folks don't think social media has an effect on reality. And I think social media does. Look at our presidency.
Absolutely.
I think our presidency is based around social media, and I'm scared for future presidents who have to come in who don't know how to use social media.
Yeah, it's definitely like this presidency and the way that it's gone with the use of social media and such has definitely changed the future for presidencies and social media, because they were a part. Social media was a part. Like, you know, Barack had a Twitter account. And, you know, they had Twitters, but they weren't used in the way that they're being used now.
Right.
In that sense, it's completely changed.
I don't know.
And it will be interesting to see whoever our next president is, how they subsequently use social media.
It's going to be on the application. Do you have a Twitter account? Like, it's going to be on the presidential application. Like, do you have a Twitter account? Do you have an Instagram account? Do you have a Facebook account? Like, do you have a team that does your postings for you? Like, it's going to get ridiculous, man. Speaking of ridiculous, I got some awesome new music, and I mean ridiculous in a good way, by the way. I got some awesome new music, man, from Distorted Clarity. This is some hip-hop music coming out of Texas. Just to give you a little bit of something that's out there, something different. Check this out.
Yeah. When the weight is getting too heavy and the pressure there's no denying, you find your balance and steady, and your stress level keep on rising. Just stop. Stop, breathe, think of me. Natural high, take you, girl, how you want, you know how to do. Free your mind, let go, take you higher and higher. We can go to the moon. Push your love, yeah. Take it in. Basically what I'm saying is, if you need a superhero, I'm here whenever you need me. Just press the green light and let go. But first stop, breathe, think of me. Let's go. Just stop, breathe, think of me. take it in, blow it out. I'ma show you what I'm all about, baby. Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause I'm your pusher, pusher love. I'm your pusher, pusher love. I'm your pusher, pusher love. I'm your pusher, pusher love.
Yeah, I'm pushing D, like Pusha T. I can sell you half a key and give you all of me. An OG like me and make it OD. You might asphyxiate later, you just need to breathe. You let me hit it, now you addicted. Got you shaking and you shivering, now you ticking. Ooh, you at my door like a fiend, but I'ma let her think of me while I shine so.
Pusher, pusher love. I'm your pusher, pusher love. I'm your pusher, pusher love. I'm your pusher, pusher love.
is some cryptic right there out of our own backyard, Columbus, Ohio. Unsuspecting victim right there. Good morning, Music Familia. How's it going? Hanging out live on Sunday Meltdown. I want to give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors, Columbus Events Group, Photo Nation AP, Lynette's Country Barbecue, and Lynette's Children's Charity. Great organizations supporting the local Ohio area and worldwide local area as well. I'm sure if they were to be contacted by somebody out of state, first of all, they'd freak out. And then secondly, they'd be like, hell yeah, let's do it. So, anyway, what's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. So I'm going to try to post this video in the chat on our website. And for those of you on Facebook, you're just going to have to come over to the website.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. So I don't know if it's going to post. I'm going to try. And then if it doesn't, I'm going to have the Antman do it since I don't have special privileges. Yeah. So we're going to send that over to Antman real quick and he'll post it. But anyways, it's a video of a dog coming to visit its owner's sister in the middle of the night, but he's got a surprise in his mouth for her. So you'll have to go and watch the video. I promise it will be worth it. It's quite a cute little video and it'll make you laugh and give you a good start to your day. But he will get that posted and you guys can check that out either during or after the show, but preferably after.
Yeah.
We'd like you to stay and watch our pretty faces. Well,
Right.
my pretty face.
Oh, wow. Right.
So, I just have to throw this out here. So this was posted on the 16th, so a couple of days ago. And apparently there were over 70 people that overdosed on spice in a Connecticut park on the 16th. So there's a video, and I'll send that to you that people can go and take a look at as well. But rescue workers rushed to a park in New Haven, Connecticut when over 70 overdoses were reported. It's believed that the victims were using K2, which is a synthetic drug known as spice that has been known to have horrific effects on users. So yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy. 70 people at one time. Like that's heroin epidemic levels.
First of all, I want to know if it was like a planned thing.
Yeah, it seems like that's what I'm thinking. It's like a lot. That's a lot of people, you know, and definitely, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's clearly like in the park, there's clearly something going on that day. Like
I think it was a Trump rally. It might have been a Trump rally.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Like so. Wow. So did any of those 70, did anybody die?
I'm watching the end of the video now to see. And they're not sure if it was mixed with anything else. Now it doesn't say and it's like a, 45-second video or whatever, but
wow.
But yeah, so I just thought that that was pretty interesting. And I sent you that link as well in case anybody wants to go watch that.
Sweet. So we got horoscopes coming up in about 15 minutes. Or so make sure you guys get your horoscopes in, birth dates or horoscopes at 11 o'clock.
Absolutely.
So make sure you are ready for that. What's going on, Marcus? Good morning. So if you guys are live, thank you for coming and hanging out with us, first and foremost, man. We appreciate you. And if not, that's fine too. We appreciate everybody who comes in and checks us out after the show.
Absolutely.
So make sure you guys check us out, musicfamiliaproductions.com. You guys can get caught up on past episodes and a lot more than that. And I think we're going to get into some new music if you don't have anything right now. I think you got something special about the Kardashians.
I do. So apparently, God, this is so scary. Apparently, the Kardashians are officially more powerful than the Windsors.
I didn't ever think that could happen.
Yeah, well, it did. So on August 9th, the Kardashian clan descended upon Los Angeles hotspot Craig's in their color-coordinated finery for newly minted billionaire Kylie Jenner's 21st birthday. Inside the Barbie-themed bash, sisters Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney Kardashian and Kylie and Kendall Jenner, along with Queen Mother Kris Jenner, posed for a family portrait, smiling coyly and sticking up 6 middle fingers. Why am I not surprised? Consider it their version of the royal wave.
Wow.
Yeah. Like it or not, the Kardashians have risen from reality TV stars famed for sex tapes, plastic surgery, and shotgun weddings to America's royal family. Critics have discounted the clan as an unfortunate blip in our cultural radar, but the ladies have taken their 15 minutes of fame and created a dynasty that might just be more powerful in the world. In May, Kim successfully lobbied President Trump to commute the prison sentence of a 63-year-old grandmother, Alice Marie Johnson, who had served more than 20 years on drug charges. Kylie, meanwhile, single-handedly tanked Snapchat's stock in February, sending it plummeting $1.3 billion, with a disparaging tweet about the social media platform's redesign. That is true power. And they're not just making waves in the world of social justice and business. The family's interracial relationships have been shifting social norms since long before the Windsor family was lavished with praise for Prince Harry's May marriage to mixed-race Meghan Markle. To many, the Kardashians are the pinnacle of the American dream. Queen Kim, the first on the scene, rose from the Los Angeles version of nothing, Paris Hilton's closet organizer, to a multimillionaire with direct access to the President of the United States. Which is so scary, by the way.
Right? Like
so scary.
She's held counsel with some of the most powerful people in the world.
People want the Kardashians. People want what the Kardashians have: the happy birthday Rolls Royce, the diamonds worth robbing, the audacity to get in earlobe reductions. What? I didn't know about that.
You didn't know about that?
You've got to be kidding.
I knew about
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so if you got really
what
big...
the hell?
So if you got really big earlobes, thanks to the Kardashians, you can get them trimmed down.
Wow.
They can trim your fat on your earlobes.
Wow. Anyways, sorry, that just threw me for a loop because I didn't know about that. So said diamonds sit just right. Wow. Of course.
Right.
Because, my earrings don't fit right.
Exactly.
Unlike in England, where royal watchers sequel when Kate Middleton or Markle wear a high street brand, in the U.S., the more over-the-top Kardashian purchases, the bigger the response. But like any good monarchy, the Kardashians realize they need to at least appear accessible. The Windsors have their walkabouts, where they stroll the quaint village streets and glad hand their loyal subjects. The Kardashians engage with fans on Instagram. The sisters' collective following total... Wow. The collective followings total 500 million.
Yep.
If a regular person posts a flattering comment under one of the siblings' photos, there's always a chance their icon will deem them worthy of a direct response. Mindful that the plebes can't afford their lifestyle, the Kardashians hawk their own version of royal memorabilia: $29 Kylie Jenner lipstick kits and $149 Good American jeans. That's Khloe's line. Want further proof of the Kardashians are more powerful than Windsors? Unlike the real royals, the sisters are unburdened by nearly 10 centuries of tradition and protocol. In June, it was reported that Markle received a slap on the wrist for having told an Irish politician she was pleased by the country's pro-abortion vote going against the monarchy's politically neutral stance. The Queen stirs tea, not the pot.
Which is true.
Which is true, yeah. Kim and co. may keep mum about their political affiliations lest they lose the red or blue state fan, but they're not afraid to publicly weigh in on high-profile matters.
And that goes to show that, at all. Like when you walk into the Oval Office and say, oh, look, I want to have a meeting with Trump. And instead of being put on a list, you get moved to a smaller room where you get to have your meeting with Trump.
And it's funny that you say that because right under this next line is a picture of Kim and Trump in the Oval Office.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, in July of 2016, Kim tried to expose American sweetheart Taylor Swift as two-faced after Swift publicly feigned surprised at how she was name-checked in the lyrics of a song famous by Kim's husband, of course, Kanye. Kim Snapchatted a video of West warning Swift of one of the more controversial lines and Swift giving her blessing. Yeah.
Wow.
And it goes on further, but I will go ahead and send that link to you so you can throw it up so people can. But it just, like, even just that is enough to tell you, it really, yeah, they really kind of are. I mean, I guess you're busy chatting away. So
No, I'm not. No, the thing is when you talk about popularity, they rose from makeup and powder.
Yeah, I mean, they,
You know?
as much as I think they're totally ridiculous, I do have to give them credit for where they came from and their humble beginnings and becoming what they are now.
Right.
I mean, she was a closet organizer.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
And not a lot many people know that.
Right.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I know there's public knowledge, but a lot of people just think, "Oh, well, she was just born into it."
Right.
Like, no.
But it's not true. Yeah. So I mean, I do have great respect for what they do as a whole, as far as like their humanitarian acts that they do, you know, things like that. Because they, especially Kylie, like she's really good about things like that, from what I've seen. And you know, but I think they're absolutely, totally, and completely ridiculous as a whole. Yes, absolutely. Like, absolutely. The amount of money they spend. I just saw a thing on the one of the Access or whatever about Kylie's purse closet, and it being like $5 million worth of purses or something ridiculous. And she's talking about how her baby is going to get this little pink bag that, I don't know, I think it was like a Louis Vuitton or something.
Yeah.
And it's a $25,000 bag or something. Like, are you kidding me? You could feed a small Ethiopian country with that money. And then some. Just ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. I feel like those kind of things outweigh the fact of the humanitarian things they do, because it's kind of like, oh, we do this to make up for being such horrible people, as far as that goes. I feel like that's what it is. It's like a balancing act. We have to do this to bring, like...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome analogy there, Siobhan. I don't know what our fans would do without you.
I don't know. I don't, like, even if I had a ton of money like that, I wouldn't just buy meaningless shit with it. Like, what's a handbag gonna do to save your life? It can't feed you. It can't clothe you. It holds your shit. That's it.
I don't know. I'm curious to hear what our man Dave Sheets has to say about this, man, because I know he's sitting in there probably just laughing.
I'm sure.
Rants from Siobhan.
Yeah, it's a rant day. I'm sorry, y'all.
All right, man. So we're going to get into some new music right here from our man, Mike, Ohio. We got horoscopes coming up in about 6 minutes. You're going to be able to get a hold of that. So get your birthdays in, get your signs in so we can get the horoscopes read for you. And we'll be right back after this. Check out some Mike, Ohio right now. Holy Ghost.
When the system's broke, create your own system. I need drone flying over the estate. Mikey, O-H-I-O. I be the face. Never change a $20 William. I leave my wrist. I ain't go nowhere. My feel I list. I plead my case. Cause the buzz. I'm a plan to fake drugs in the hand of me amongst I taste. The motherfucking judge told me Eddie wouldn't budge. Even though I bet she loved my fragrance. But where the fuck the dash cam? Huh? Where the dash cam? They fucking erased it. Approached by the police and treated like a black man. Wonder why the people think you motherfuckers racist. Face here to find the things and pray for a meal. Keep faith in what I believe till that pain disappears. I'm taking pills to provide relief. What's the irony? I cater to my disease. Hit the stage and premiere. You never cherish a thing until it's stolen. Life is careless and free until it's gone. Like the Holy Ghost. I swear I'm like my own man. They embarrassed me till I put on.
Oh God, God bless. Oh God, God bless.
The Holy Ghost.
Oh God bless. Oh God.
They say patience is a virtue, but when they wait and get what you want, shaking vermouth and blending Tanqueray, watch me flow. On my Reggie Craig, I'm a legend in the East End. I don't need no gazette, hey, cause payment is my pursuit in the fame nonchalant. My homework boots of these Oxfords. Not broken. Kneel down at the church pew, praying God's word to keep my son in hot clothes. I'm so materialistic, so guilty as shit, but these bitches spray perfume, and I can't refuse to offer. East St. Laurent on my hoe. From a place where the cops are criminals with a badge, making off-duty stops. The innocent get harassed. Patent branded rape bitches, the chief of police to drink. Put fake cocaine in my whip and the tape finished from the dash. Never cherish a thing until it's stolen. Life is careless and free until it's gone. Like the Holy Ghost, I swear I'm like my own man. They embarrassed me till I put on. Now pray.
Oh God. God bless. Oh God. God bless. Oh God. God bless. Oh God. God. No cosign Mike.
Oh, what's going on, Music Familia? Welcome back to the show. Sunday Meltdown, hanging out live with Siobhan and Antman.
What's up?
So, Charlie Evans is already on it, man. He goes, Taurus, I'm ready to go. We got horoscopes coming up in a little bit. Get your birthdays in. Get all that fun stuff in. But before that, do you guys remember 1992's Dracula? That's going way, way back.
Wow.
So, we were all wee little tots when this movie came out. But two of the stars that we recall from the movie, Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves, it turns out that they may have been really for real married during the filming of the movie. Winona Ryder says that she and Keanu Reeves may be married. Actors Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves may have accidentally married each other in the 90s, and they might be still married today. Ryder, 46, revealed that the possible nuptials in an interview she and Reeves had. So Reeves is 53 and Ryder's 46 now. And if we go all the way back to 1992, when Ryder was 21 and Reeves was 28, and they were on the set of the movie Dracula, in which Ryder says their characters, Mina and Jonathan Harker, tied the knot in Romania. However, according to Ryder, the wedding ceremony may have really been legitimate due to the fact that at the time Dracula came out, there was an actual legit Romanian priest that did the ceremony for them. So she goes on to say that we shot the master and he did the whole thing, so I think we're married. Responding to the news, Reeves asked Ryder if they both said yes during the ceremony, and he eventually accepted his possible fate and told the outlet, "Oh my gosh, I think we're married." Whether Reeves and Ryder are bound by Romanian vows is still a mystery, but you can still catch them together again in an anti-romantic comedy, Destination Wedding, which premieres in theaters on August 31st. So I just thought I'd share that piece of information.
So wait, does that mean if they never actually get married to anybody else, they can still say they got married in their lifetime?
Yeah, absolutely. That means exactly that.
That's kind of the perfect marriage. You have a husband, and you can say you have a husband, but you never have to actually be near him. I love you, husband.
That's when you say, all right, cool. So that means I have a lot of money to catch up on.
That's like the perfect open relationship.
Absolutely.
It really is. It's like the perfect open relationship because you don't have to worry about that person you're in the relationship getting jealous because you never see them.
Right. I mean, yeah.
And you never slept with them, so, well, theoretically. Don't know that for sure. But, theoretically, you never slept with them, you never see them, so you can go and do whatever you want and it doesn't matter.
Well, we got something that we have to do, because it does matter, is horoscopes.
Yes.
So make sure you guys get your horoscopes in. Let's hear what you are and what you're not, and we will get your horoscopes written. Read. I swear I'll get through it today.
Uh-huh. Sure you will.
I swear I'll get through it today.
Alrighty. Well, to those of you who have a birthday today, happy birthday. And here's your horoscope.
Yeah.
A Jupiter-Neptune link on your birthday will bring the generous side of your nature to the fore. Where before you condemned people you don't understand, now you will accept them for what they are. In return, the universe will be generous to you as well.
Boom.
That's wow.
That's a good one. I feel like
Damn,
I need
I
to
wish
go.
it was my birthday.
Right? Yeah. No shit.
For real.
For real. So, how about Libra for Sherry Lynn?
Libra. You must not allow personal feelings to cloud your judgment this week or any week come to that. Stand back from the situation you are struggling with and see it from a higher, wider perspective. The answer you seek is really quite obvious.
Huh.
Okay, Aquarius. No matter what negative things may be happening around you, at the moment it is essential that you stay positive and act only from the highest of motives. An open and optimistic outlook is a must if you are to do your bit to heal the world.
Damn. These are like exponentially deep this week.
Yeah, they are. Pisces, don't be afraid to change direction at a moment's notice this week. The more you act in ways that others find hard to predict, the more likely you will make a success of your endeavors. Make it hard for your rivals to second guess you.
Dang.
Aries, the more you try to dash off in one direction, the more events conspire to push you in another direction. Why don't you take the hint? Quit struggling and accept the cosmic powers that be will guide you to wherever you most need to go.
Jeez.
Wow. So we're one away from Gemini, which of course is what I am.
Right.
And so now I'm a little nervous because I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know this week.
Did you read Taurus?
I'm reading Taurus next.
Nice.
So Taurus, although you like surprises, what happens over the next 2 or 3 days could be a little alarming, especially on the work front where events have begun to spiral out of control. Just hold tight and enjoy the ride. It could be wild.
Buckle up, Charlie. Shit's about to get real. That's what that means.
Gemini, for all of my fellow Geminis and myself. Oh boy. Something will happen this week that encourages you to be more tolerant of people whose outlook on life is very different to your own. You will find that if you are less inclined to condemn them, you won't come in so much. Just shut up. I hear you. Shut up. You will find that if you are less inclined to condemn them, you won't come in for so much criticism yourself.
So fitting. So fitting, Siobhan.
Yeah.
It is.
I know. I know. That's why I said I don't even want to read mine. Anyways, moving on. Cancer. Your powers of persuasion may be formidable, but over the next day or two, you will discover that even your charm has its limits. Having said which, do what feels right to you, and don't worry in the slightest what other people might think about it.
Bam. Drop the mic, walk out.
Right. So, Leo, if a friend, relative, or work colleague tries to get you to bend the rules or cut corners, you must let them know that your that your conscience won't allow it. You will find it extremely hard to live with yourself if you betray your principles this week.
Wow. You gonna die, Siobhan?
I'm good.
Don't die.
I'm good. Sorry. So for Mr. Antman, the Virgo.
Good morning, Kermit Cook. If you know your horoscope, get your horoscope in. Good morning, Heather. How are you? If you know your horoscope, we can get your horoscope in and you can get it read.
So the Virgo. It may seem as if fate has given you a bad deal, but at some point your perspective will change and you will understand that you have actually been quite lucky. The cosmic powers that be know what is good for you, so listen to your inner voice. Hey, that's pretty accurate. How's it feel? All right, so Scorpio. The next day or two could be rather confusing, so promise yourself now, no matter how mixed up life may seem, you won't make any sudden decisions. Everything will work out fine in the end if you leave well alone.
Boom. That one, you know what? I have to say, I want to trade with whoever has that one. I want to trade with you. I just do.
There's no takes backsies with horoscopes. Nice try. Sagittarius. Don't worry too much if certain people are critical of you this week. It means you have made an impression and now they cannot ignore you. Listen politely to what they have to say, then do what you were going to do anyway.
Screw it.
Oh, that's awesome. Capricorn. Put all your fears and anxieties out of your mind and act as if you cannot possibly lose. And you won't. The planets indicate that if you look confident and act quickly and decisively, you will succeed in ways you had not expected. Go for it.
What is what's going on with these honesty ones recently?
I don't know. But if you missed your horoscope, throw it up in the chat and we can put that up there in the chat for you. But I actually read them all today. I think we're going to start doing that. We're just going to read them all. Do them at 11 o'clock every time anyway. So just tune in at 11 o'clock and you can hear your horoscope. But really, you should tune in for the whole show.
Right. I feel like you should have.
But yeah, if you specifically though, if you like walked away or your kid was yelling or whatever, put it in the text in the chat, and we'll throw it up there for you in case you missed it.
So we got
wow. I'm like, man, screw Ohio and allergies.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got some serious allergies going on.
Last night, before I went to bed last night, my husband and I were laying in bed talking, and like, I don't even remember what he did, but he made me start laughing, and then I started laughing, and when I started laughing, I started coughing, and I couldn't stop, and I thought I was gonna pass out.
You didn't cough and pee, did you?
No, I didn't cough and pee.
Okay. Did you cough and fart?
No.
Okay.
I just couldn't stop coughing.
Oh, okay.
And he actually was concerned. He thought I was gonna need my inhaler or something, but I managed to.
Or like a punch in the throat, anything to help get you.
Back. Yeah. So glad you're not my husband. I'd have killed you by now.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
You all are my witnesses. I almost died.
Oh, whatever.
So we're going to get into something brand new right here for you. Leaving Cardboard Houses. This is out of my alternative collection. I love these guys. We're going to check these guys out right here. Let me know. More Than a Feeling. Let me know what you think. You guys can call into the show, too. 614-916-6372. Call in after the song, though.
So ready to leave, passions wild, come back and
someone to share my hopes and dreams. There she stands in a gypsy dress, barefoot and wicked smile. Oh, of the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. Of the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. She's the devil on my shoulder, an angel by my side. Holding out her hands, we ran from Eden into the wild. I watched her dance, it's all for me. Her pale skin under the moonlight. She took my senses, shook my soul, all with a kiss goodbye. Oh, and echoes of the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. Of the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. And echoes the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. Of the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. Of the song she sings haunts the dreams of men. Haunts the dreams of men.
That's Echoes right there. Brand new stuff. Hanging out live. Sunday Meltdown with Antman and Siobhan. What's going on, Siobhan?
What's up?
How's your day going so far?
Not too bad.
Yeah. It's 11:17, hanging out live. I want to give a shout out to Columbus Events Group, Photo Nation AP, Lynette's Country Barbecue, and Lynette's Children's Charity. Great organizations, man. If you want to check out more information, check out ColumbusEventsGroupLLC.com for more upcoming shows. Contact Photo Nation AP by using hashtag MFP by contacting 614-732-9525, call or text, or you can write an email, photonationap@outlook.com. Use the hashtag MFP for 5 to 10% off of your first professional photography gig or digital media service. Also, Lynette's Country Barbecue on Facebook. Make sure you check them out, man. Great stuff going on over there. And also, share this page, share this video if you have not had a chance to check out all of our full episodes. Go over to musicfamiliaproductions.com. Siobhan has put in some awesome hard work on the website, so make sure you go over there and bask in all of her awesomeness and glory over there on the page.
Gee, thanks.
Yay.
I try.
So we got some new merch in, too.
We do. So, gosh, I swear it's becoming almost more of a issue than it's worth. The shipping is the big thing that's holding up the store from going completely live, and I apologize for that. I wish I had more time during the day to do things, but unfortunately my only days off are Thursdays and Sundays. And Sundays post office isn't open, and Thursdays are the day where I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off with the family trying to get appointments done. So I am working on it. The shipping is proving to be the issue. I was going to go with flat rate priority shipping. However, to get a box big enough that okay. To get a box big enough that we can actually get the merchandise in it to ship to somebody could potentially be like $13 for shipping with flat rate priority. But it does mean that you would get your package in 2 to 3 business days or 2 to 5 business days, something like that. And it does mean there's a tracking number and it's insured for up to $50, and all of that's included. So it's kind of that whole, okay, do I find cheaper shipping without all of those things included, or do I guess maybe I should take a poll. Maybe I should take a poll of what people would prefer, because I feel like if you're buying the merchandise, paying $13 for shipping it's kind of a lot. And, you know, granted, if you get multiple items, it's all going to go in the same box, but I mean, it is kind of a lot. And I don't know, like, I just feel bad charging our fans $13 for shipping when I'm sure there's probably a cheaper shipping option. But at the same time, like I said, you would get a tracking number, so you'd know exactly where it was as soon as it was shipped. You would have it insured, and it would be guaranteed to be there in 2 to 5 business days, you know. So
right.
I feel like some people would probably feel like that trade-off is worth it, but I don't know that everybody would.
Yeah, you know, there's a certain number of people that are like, right now, I have to have it right now.
Right.
And so those people, I feel like, won't spend the extra $13. But I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they will and won't do.
Right. No, and you know, and that's the thing, is the regular parcel post is going to take longer than that guaranteed time frame. And so, excuse me, and yes, the regular parcel post is probably going to be a little cheaper for some people, but it might be the same or more for other people, and that's the other part of it. That priority rate, that priority shipping is a flat rate no matter what. That doesn't change up to like 70 pounds of stuff or something, and nothing you get from us is going to be 70 pounds. So but if we do it by regular parcel, it's based on weight and size of the package as well as location that it's going to. So there's a lot more factors in there for that.
Wow.
So that's been my dilemma, because, yeah, it could potentially make it cheaper for most of our customers, but then at the same time, it could make it more expensive.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee. So I don't know. And then also, then we do actually have to calculate into it a shipping cost for people, because then it would require us to provide boxing materials.
Yeah.
As a company, which means that, so there's, and I'm going into this because I want everybody to understand why I haven't been able to start the store up completely yet. Like, I want everyone to be able to understand why this is taking so long, because there is a lot that goes into it. And I really am thinking about you guys as our fans and as our customer and consumer of what's going to be ideally the most practical and cost-effective method for us to ship it to you, because we don't want to take your hard-earned money.
Right.
Like, we get that hard-earned money, and I don't want to take your hard-earned money just because it's the easiest way to do it. Like, no, I want you to have the most cost-effective way to get your stuff, because you buying our shirt, our bag, our whatever it is you buy is you supporting us and allowing us to do what we love to do for the community. So I just don't feel right taking advantage of that, I guess. And I want everybody to know that that's been the dilemma.
All right. Well, hey, thank you, Siobhan. I mean, you know what? At least you were willing to give an explanation, because most people won't even give an explanation. They're just like, no, I don't have it.
Yeah, no, I think everybody deserves, because, you know, everybody has been asking. So everybody deserves to know the truth as to why it's not happened yet. And the other side of it is, too, that as far as local pickup being an option, it's not, because we run the business out of the home. And
It's cheaper that way.
Yeah, it's definitely
Really?
cheaper. And the truth of the matter is that as much as I love our fans, my home life is my home life. And although the studio is in my home, it's still my home. And I don't want everybody showing up to my home to get their stuff.
I could get it. I mean,
Like that's my sacred space for me, my daughter, and my husband. And, you know.
Well, so in honor of
no offense to anybody.
In honor of Secret Spaces, I got this new band. This band is called Tiger Sex, and I come
How
across.
does that have to do with sacred spaces?
Because Tiger Sex is in secret spaces, right? I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Antman's World. Welcome to Antman's World, where anything is possible.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? They say that the average ant holds up to 3-4 times more than it can handle. So, if that's any consolation, that kind of covers me right there. So anyway,
Go ahead, say it. You know you want to.
No, we're not gonna. So we're gonna get into this right here, and this song is called "I Can't Take It." And this is from the band Tiger Sex. Check them out, man. They are a rock garage punk kind of style band. Let me know what you guys think about it, man. Great stuff coming out of these guys.
Cold Cock American Herbal flavored whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal flavored whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal flavored whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Are you tired of overpriced and overweight plumbers spending hours on a job and costing you hundreds of dollars, only to find out it's going to cost double? Give Calhoun Plumbing a call. Since 1992, the team at Calhoun Plumbing has been loyally serving the homes and businesses of Greater Columbus, Ohio. Have a plumbing emergency? Calhoun Plumbing will come to your rescue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A messy plumbing problem won't wait or fix itself. What are you waiting for? Someone is standing by to take your call now. Call 614-444-1995 for your trusted everything you need all-in-one plumber. Calhoun Plumbing. Military and seniors save 10% off on service calls and no premium rates for Saturday appointments. For more information, go to calhounplumbing.com or call 614-444-1995. That number again is 614-444-1995.
what you wanna go get freaky. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Girl, you know what you wanna go get nasty. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Drink with the homies, drink, move how you wanna think. Chastised by your thighs as eyes lace upon, eyes we fly. And you know this, lace the road of root, wanna stay kaput, catapult, fathom a thought, needs that itch suit. Can play, yo, hey Mr. DJ, she said in layman's terms, need no leeway, shiver me timbers, can tell you limber by the way you cut the rug with your other does, demonstrating how you gyrating, showing love to the beat. You bringing out the creep, look at my big teeth, back to back, empty the whole pack, that's Sydney Moncriefin'. Sheath with the homie sheath, move how you wanna want me. Dawn and Jazz expiring in Italia, savor the flavor, nice stew. Throw a bone, a clue, and a brew, napkin noted, what you wanna do. Girl, you know what you wanna go get freaky. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Girl, you know what you wanna go get nasty. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Spin how the homie spins, move how you does, and I'm damn near painted ons, looking for later ons to linger on. And find a common link, time to think long, think wrong. Just take a town to South Beach like LeBron. Carry on and gallivant, heavy pants, lot of water, no cramps. Can't speak for you, but touchy feely is like you feeling me. Don't wanna assume, non-a donkey head dude. Like a presumed fact, presume your stack. How you partly coming out of that? Take a middle pic for selfie, put a throwback, put it on comeback. Freak, how the homies freak, move how you like to teach. Got my pupils like after school, front center row seat. This wasn't on the syllabus. You wanna take advantage, let the passage seems right. Space evading like a char eye. Girl, you know what you wanna go get freaky. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Girl, you know what you wanna go get nasty. One that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Girl, you know what you wanna go get freaky. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky. Girl, you know what you wanna go get nasty. You the one that they want, no panties up on, that's cheeky.
Avatar gang, you know what you want, right there. You know you want your some Sunday Meltdown, hanging out live with Antman and Siobhan. What's going on, guys? So, I was just coming across the news today, and it shows this to me, and I don't really know exactly what it means, but I remember a day and age, because I'm an 80s kid, and I remember in the 80s how economic importance became a cornerstone. Like, if it was economically important, it was a cornerstone, and it was really what it was. And so, U.S. says that conserving oil is no longer an economic imperative. So, Washington released a statement the other day. Conserving oil is no longer an economic imperative for the U.S. It turns out the Trump administration declares that in a major new policy statement that threatens to undermine decades of government campaigns for gas-thrifty cars and other conservation programs. The position was outlined in a memo released last month in support of administrative's proposal to relax fuel mileage standards. The government released a memo online this month without fanfare, and the growth of natural gas and other alternatives to petroleum has reduced the need for imported oil, which in turn affects the need of the nation to conserve energy. The Energy Department said that it cites the now decade-old fracking revolution that it has unlocked U.S. shale oil reserves, giving the United States more flexibility in the past to use our oil resources with less concern. So, what that means for us as Americans, Siobhan, that means that those energy-saving, non-gas emitting cars are going to become a lot more profitable, a lot more expensive, and our gas-driven vehicles are going to be taken off the shelves. Like, so their goal is to actually eradicate gas operating vehicles by 2030.
Wow.
2030. They want to get rid of all gas-powered and gas-operating vehicles, and they want to get back to a clean power plan, as the Trump administration says. Despite the increase for oil supplies, the administration continues to believe in the need to use energy wisely, and the Energy Department said without elaboration that the department spokesman did not respond Friday to any questions about the statement, but reaction was quick. It's like saying, I'm a big old fat guy and food prices have dropped. It's time to start eating again, said Tom Colsa, longtime oil analyst for the Maryland-based Oil Price Information Service. If you look at it from the other end, if you do believe that fossil fuels do some sort of damage to the atmosphere, you can come up with a different viewpoint, Colsa said. There's a downside to living large. What do you think, Siobhan? Let me put think about this for a second. Just 10 years ago, in summer 2008, oil prices were peaking at $147 a barrel.
Wow.
And pummeling the global economy. The Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries was enjoying a massive transfer of wealth. We're talking about now, in 2018, imported oil prices are now about $65 a barrel.
Wow.
So think about that price difference there. Who's making out on that? Yeah, definitely not us.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to post this up so you guys could check it out, man. Let me know what you think. I'm going to post a story in there, and you guys can check out the story after the show. Oh, boy. So it's been fun. It's 11:35. We got a lot of show left. We got douchebag criminals coming up at the end of the show. And the douchebag criminals today are definitely worth it. I encourage you guys to share this. Let everybody know that you guys are having fun on a Sunday Meltdown. We're trying to get some more subscribers, so definitely let everybody know what you guys do on your Sunday when you guys come hang out with us so we can get more viewers and more people out there. And more people on board with us.
Absolutely.
So you got anything you want to throw in, Siobhan, before we get into...
Well, they released the suicide notes of Aaron Hernandez. So they revealed those, looks like maybe yesterday or the day before. But the story posted yesterday, and there was a letter to his lawyer, a letter to his fiance, and a letter to his daughter. And I am going to throw that to you so you can throw it up there. It's a little bit long because of the letters and the explanations for them.
They're deep.
You know,
I read them last night.
They are, and I definitely give some insight into his mindset.
Man,
a little bit.
Like I think pathologically, I think people are going to be reading over these letters for years. Like I think these are going to be letters that are going to come back up. You know what I mean? Over and over again. And I think it's a great insight into the mind of somebody who succumbed to such a violent ending.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So I will send that over to you.
You got love news today, by the way?
I do, actually. I do.
Good morning, Stephanie Cross. Donk.
I'm getting used to it being there in front of me again. Like
donk.
Yeah, it's you know, it's definitely a lot better. I can say that much. It's a more convenient placement for it for sure.
So while we're getting love news, we can get a new song in if you want.
That would be great.
All right, so then what we're going to do here, we're going to throw in something special for you guys. And this band is called Resistance 13. I have a huge corner of my heart for these guys. These guys are awesome. This is out of my rock collection out of the Columbus, Ohio area. And Profound Sinister Brown. I played it on my show, Antman Versus. Let me know what you think. We'll be right back after this. It was some love news from Siobhan.
Have a drink to forget, take these pills to relax. With these nerves on the brink, on the verge of collapse, they're inside me. Can we find our way back home? Take these pills to relax. With these nerves on the brink, on the verge to collapse, they're inside me. Can we find our way back home once again? All alone, no one speaks, but these voices within from the dark far beneath, they're inside me. Can we find our way back home? Can we find another way? All alone we were constantly fighting. The future to grant us another reminder. Can you get a second just to stop and try to think about it? Can you get a second just to catch my breath? Back to where it all began. Hear the sink as it drifts, shifting boards as I crack. Feel my skin as it grows while my pupils contract, flying higher. Can we find our way back home? Feeling sick, trying to cope with the itch, so I contemplate that leave me lying in the ditch never wanted. Can we find our way back home? Can we find another way? All alone we were constantly fighting. The future to grant us another reminder. Can you get a second just to stop and try to think about it? Can you get a second just to catch my breath? Back to where it all began. I'm at the crossroads. You see something's gotta change. Everything still staying the same. And most it feels impossible when these memories still remain. Today I'll find my way. I'll find my way today. Can we find another way? Can we find another way? All alone we were constantly fighting. The future to grant us another reminder. Can you get a second just to stop and try to think about it? Can you get a second just to catch my breath? Back to where it all began. Back to where it all began. I found my life today. Nothing that I can change.
Profound Sister Brown. Right there, Resistance 13, my dudes, right here out of Columbus, Ohio. We got some brand new stuff for you right now from Fat Dragon. Check it out, the Alternative Collection. I'm loving it right now. And we're going to get some new stuff going on here right after that.
lonely it hurts like a lightning bolt through a heart of stone. Don't I careful little cut you right through the bone. What goes up comes down, and what you put out, it will come back around. But you're such a heartbreaker, I wouldn't wish your fate on another soul. Always trample your seeds right before they grow. All the fairy tales end up just bad dreams. Watch her laugh her tears away, hysterically speaking, and she drowns in her own fears. And the sky rips open. If your luck runs low, no need to be bitter, you just let things go. If you tend to worry a lot, nobody's got the answers, be it black or white. The spellers, fortune tellers seldom get things right. All the fairy tales end up just bad dreams. Watch her laugh her tears away, hysterically speaking, and she drowns in her own fears. And the sky rips open. Some of us have it hard, some of us easy living. Nothing's ever perfect, but we do with what we're given. When you're down and out, can you tell me what you've been thinking about? 'Cause I'm so lonely it hurts like a lightning bolt through a heart of stone. If you're not careful, it'll cut you right to the bone. All the fairy tales end up just bad dreams. Watch her laugh the tears away, hysterically speaking, and she drowns in her own fears. And the sky rips open, and the sky rips open.
We got some plaid bricks. All about tonight. We'll be right back after this.
It's a man, needs a light. Need to get away to paradise. A little break, a little time. Get me back feeling how I like. No excuses. Let's pull through and get some air, get some light. 'Cause the minute we're in paradise, we got that summertime feeling. Everybody dancing on the ceiling. We'll be going all night to the rhythm. Feeling fine, we can't stop singing. just means I'm greater. Middle finger to you, and I don't wanna fornicate. No way, no way, no
Oh yeah, it's time for Love News with Siobhan. With Siobhan.
What a nice little transition in there for you, Siobhan. Ugh.
There we go. I really hate these headphones.
We're gonna get you some new stuff.
Can't be soon enough. So, the reasons people cheat in relationships, according to science.
Oh, shit.
Because everybody wants to know why they got cheated on.
Yeah, right. Everybody wants to know why that bitch or that asshole.
We've all had that one person that cheated on us that you're just like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't do anything to cause you to do that.
I meant something to you.
Like, I've been there. Like,
I have too.
I've totally been there. Like, I did everything metaphorically right and still got cheated on.
Yeah, you do, Siobhan. You do it right. Right.
So length of a relationship has no impact on whether a partner will cheat.
It's true.
Which is true.
I think that's true.
Definitely true. So think you can spot the telltale signs of a cheat. Perhaps someone who settled down too soon before playing the field, or a cold, calculated type who's adept at covering their tracks. Well, you'd be wrong. It's actually people who have had high numbers of sexual partners or have impulsive tendencies who are more likely to cheat, according to a study. Although each relationship is unique, researchers at the University of Queensland studied why people are unfaithful and found that there are certain factors that indicate a person is more likely to cheat. According to their findings published in the British Journal of Psychology, people who are impulsive may cheat simply because they do not pause to consider the situation, instead acting on their immediate thoughts and emotions. Additionally, those who have had more sexual partners in the past are inclined to be unfaithful and seek out partners because they have developed certain skills in the area, according to researchers. Participants who had experienced sexual intimacy with a greater number of partners also reported greater extra sex and extra kissing inclination. The study's author wrote, "This inclination may be attributed to the individual's skill at recognizing sexual advances or recruitment of sex partners." Unsurprisingly, the top reasons for cheating are feelings of detachment from a partner and low relationship satisfaction. And researchers also found that the length and depth of the relationship commitment have minimal impact on fidelity.
Wow.
Yeah. To understand the factors that led individuals to cheat, researchers surveyed 123 heterosexual people aged 17 to 25, all of whom were in relationships. Apart from issues stemming from relationship satisfaction and compatibility, this study also found that men are more likely to have sex if they cheat, whereas men and women were equally likely to cheat by kissing. Fortunately, if you have been cheated on, it may be beneficial, as a previous survey on the effects of breakups found that women who are cheated on ultimately grow from the experience and learn to choose better mates in the future.
Well, that's part of that maturity thing. That's part of that women are more mature than men thing, I think.
If you remember, we actually covered that story about the survey that found that women who were cheated on grow and learn from it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We did that a couple of months ago, I think. Now,
we did.
But yeah, so it was also part of why I thought that this would be a great article. But, so there you are.
Wow. So okay, so let me ask you a question. So I was with somebody before I was married, but I was with somebody that believed that masturbation, even though you're with your partner, even if you fantasize about your partner, not anything else other than your partner, is still cheating.
No, I don't think that's true.
Is that and that was a long debate.
I think that that's actually the anti-cheat, because why do people cheat? When you break it down to the most simplest form of why do people cheat? Because they're looking for sexual satisfaction.
Right.
So, in turn, masturbation equals sexual satisfaction. So it's kind of like the anti-cheat drug.
Yeah, but if you're spending your time masturbating and not spending your time with your partner.
Okay, but if you're masturbating when your partner's not there and you have a sexual urge, then it's not cheating. You're making sure that you don't cheat. Now, if you're masturbating next to your partner laying in bed, okay, that's a whole nother issue that y'all need to work out. But
that's a little creepy.
But if you are masturbating and your partner is not in the vicinity of you, in the home, in the place where God, I would hope you're at home, but
right.
Then yeah, I don't see an issue with it. Like, my husband's a very sexual person, and our life is busy. We have a toddler. If my husband told me, honey, I just couldn't wait, and I masturbated today before you came home, but can we follow that? I wouldn't have a problem with it. Like, can we follow that up now and make it worth my, because that's probably what he would do. And
yeah,
because my thought is that if you masturbate, that, it's not going to suffice all of those urges. It's going to be like the tide you over. And then when your partner comes home, hey, honey, I was waiting for you. I'm ready to go. Like,
and for the viewers at home who are just listening to this, who are just coming in on this conversation, we're in Love News segment of Sunday Meltdown, and we're talking about love news. But the one thing I had a question, is masturbation cheating? If you're with somebody. And it was just a valid question. We're gonna do a poll on the Facebook page.
The only way I see masturbation as cheating is if you have someone else do the masturbating for you.
Well, okay. What about if the man instead of using his hand goes, if you
use a toy or an assister,
if your man uses an assister, is that cheating? And then let me ask you a question.
I mean,
I don't think it is.
It's an inanimate object. It's not like he's sticking his
I think if the man
junk
goes
in another hole.
now if I think it's cheating, or I think there's something to hide. If the man buys an assister, doesn't tell the wife that he bought the assister, and the wife comes across said assister.
Right. That might be. Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely that whole. I think you have to be honest with your partner about it.
Right,
like you have to be open and honest, and if you can't be open and honest, then that's a whole nother problem in your relationship, and you should probably talk about that.
I think right.
But yeah, I mean, like, my husband and I talk openly about things all the time, and part of the issue too, of course, is that sex is very taboo even though it's not and it's mainstream, at the same time it is very taboo in our society to talk about.
God, don't say that.
Yeah. So, and so I think partners are less inclined to talk about their sexual wants and needs and desires with their partner because of that, which also in turns lead into cheating, because you may not feel as close to that other person, so you don't mind telling them because it doesn't matter and they're insignificant, whereas your partner, what they think of you is going to have an effect, possibly by what your sexual fantasy, whatever it is. Say you have a sexual fantasy, but it's a little off and you don't want to tell your partner. And so
Larry says, Larry Trimmer, he goes, too many people jerking the girth. No, my thing, it was a valid question.
No, absolutely.
I figured I'd ask Music Familia. We're all adults here and we're all being real. Like, I just figured I'd ask, and for some of you who are offended, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend, but it's an honest question.
It would be interesting to see what everybody thinks as far as that goes, and especially for people who are married versus dating.
We're gonna do a poll, and we're gonna in the poll we're gonna do that.
We should do 2 different ones. We should do one for married couples and one for couples who are just dating, because I think that is a very distinctive differentiation between the two.
Absolutely.
Because just dating someone, you have different feelings than if you're forever married to that person.
Speaking of different feelings. So it's douchebag criminals, and I know how some people have their issues with douchebag criminals. But you know what, man? This is where we find 3 of the worst douchebag criminals that are just wasting our space and our air.
Yes.
And we run them under a bus. And this is
Photo Nation says is a fleshlight cheating.
That's my point. That's exactly that's
exactly what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about, man. So thank you for weighing in on that, dude. Thank you. So, all right. So our first douchebag criminal, man. This got me. All right. This particular gentleman, a Newport News man. I used to live in Newport and near Newport News, and a man tased while he's attempting to flush marijuana down the toilet. This really happened, folks. You ready for this? Here we go. So, a man is in custody after Newport News Police Bike Patrol ended up in an arrest. Police were patrolling the area of the 800 block of Lucas Creek Road. That's funny, I know where that is. When they attempted to speak with 2 individuals on the apartment's shared porch. While the police were speaking with the citizens, a male exited the apartment with a large bag of marijuana, literally, in his hand, not covering up or anything, hanging out of his pants. A man identified as 23-year-old Lamont Scott was advised he was being detained. He then allegedly jumped over the railing off the side of the apartment and took off on a full sprint with bag of weed in tow. Yeah, and Scott was placed in custody. Shortly after another officer arrived on scene, Scott was tased due to continuing to struggle and wouldn't settle down. And Scott was placed in custody, charged with 2 counts of assault and battery on law enforcement, possession of marijuana, resisting arrest, and contributing to delinquency of a minor, as a small juvenile was also present in the apartment. Oh boy. Quit being a douche.
Right?
Wow. How about this one? This one really gets me here. I was surprised to see this. A driver is looking for sympathy after he got a parking ticket when he ended up in a mercilessly trolled area. He didn't know that he wasn't allowed to park next to the double yellow lines. Steven said that I had a dentist appointment and I was in a hurry and I'm not on the yellow lines. And dang, come on, just get rid of my ticket already, all right? I'm a bartender. I don't have time for this. I can't even afford it. The 22-year-old took to Facebook to express his outrage and the treatment by the Edinburgh City Council. He said, I'm not touching nothing. I'm not touching anything. I'm boiling, honestly. However, there was very, very little sympathy for this gentleman, considering, as you note in the video or in the picture, he's parked by the double yellow line. As we know, do not park by the double yellow line. Does it need to be touching? That's what he asked. He's like, I'm not touching the line. Like, but you're not supposed to be parking near the line. So who's the douchebag? That's all I wanted. That's all right there. And then this one. So this lovely lady, she's a bundle of joy. She's a real wiener. Check her out. She needs to quit being a douchebag because in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, this 28-year-old woman is out on bail while awaiting trial for drug possession. She's being accused of stealing an LED tweezers, and a pair of LED tweezers, and a unicorn pen for a Wilcoms mobile station in 1640 Washington Avenue. Anna I. Williams is 28. She's of Menominee, Michigan. I know where that is. And she's charged with a misdemeanor retail theft, misdemeanor bail jumping, and obstructing of an officer. According to a criminal complaint on Wednesday, Mount Pleasant police officers were dispatched to a gas station for a report of a retail theft. While they were en route, dispatchers informed officers the suspect had left in a blue Toyota Corolla with a personalized license plate that read YRMO mom, as in your mom. That's right, folks. Your mom was her personal license plate. When officers arrived, the store manager said that one of the cashiers had told her that the woman in the novelty items area had probably been shoplifting. The manager revealed security cam footage and saw the woman steal the tweezers while shining a light toward the cameras to distract them. She also stole the unicorn pen with the value of $9.96, Siobhan.
Wow.
So she is going to jail. She's going to be arraigned. She's out on bail, but I think she's going to be going back because this is her 4th attempt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and Williams had recently been released from jail after posting bond on July 23rd and June 19th, where she was charged with possession of an illegally obtained prescription and possession of drug paraphernalia, both misdemeanors in the state of Michigan. Williams made her initial appearance for her newest charges on Thursday. She cash bonded out at $100, and she remained in custody as of Thursday night in the county jail. She has a status conference scheduled for 8:30 on September 24th. Yeah. Yeah, about that. What do you think about that, Siobhan?
Douchebag.
Right. Quit being a douchebag.
Wow.
So we're going to get those polls up. I really want to get those polls up at the end of the show, Siobhan. We'll get those posted on our Facebook page for sure. And so we'll get those posted up. I'm anxious and curious to hear. We'll read the results on next week's show. Well, I guess we'll run them for a week. Or we'll run them until the day of Sunday. We'll run them from now till Sunday. So it'll be a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. So I am Antman. That is the lovely Siobhan. I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors: Columbus Events Group, Photo Nation, AP, Lynette's Country Barbecue, and Lynette's Children's Charity. Grenade. I'm out. I'm out of here. I am so tired.
See y'all next week.
Have a great week, you guys. Thank you for everything you do, and I just want to remind everybody that all the music videos aired on today's show are not ours, and we give all the rights to musicians and artists for all their works. So, all right, guys, have a great week. I will see you guys next week. Same bat channel every Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon. Have a great week. See ya.